Thrilling, shocking, so much drama, so many ways to describe the World Cup tournament this go around. Joining us to talk about the ups and downs, Fox Sports analyst, broadcaster Kaylyn Kyle. Hey there, good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Sorry, I'm hiding outside because my whole family's sleeping. It's summer vacation in the house, so I apologize.
Perfect. No, thank you for joining us. Here in Dallas, we got a big game today. We got neighbors, Spain and Portugal playing each other. I have a feeling this game's not going to be too neighborly, too friendly, because there's a lot of history between these two.
There really is, and it's two favorites of the tournament. I think if you go into 2026, a lot of teams would say, you know, France, England, Spain, Portugal, and I don't think we've seen the best of either of the teams yet. On one side, you have a 40-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo, a legend of the game. On the opposite end, you have Lamine Yamal, the up-and-coming superstar. And again, I don't think we've seen the best out of either of the side. I think Spain's last game, the 3-0 win, was the best that we've seen them. Oyarzabal leading the front line is super dangerous. And then Cristiano Ronaldo on the other side. There was the question marks that Martinez, do you drop him on the bench? Do you start him? And he made the right call. He continued to go with him. He did continue to go with one of the greatest of all time. And it's paid off. They found themselves in the round of 16.
All right, it's going to be a noisy, loud game at Dallas Stadium. Lots and lots of fans going to be there. Let's talk Team USA really quickly. Now with Flo Balogun playing, going to be taking the pitch tonight. That's the other game, the big game. Team USA, but also Team Belgium, both very confident as they head into this. And now I kind of, after watching the games the last couple of days, I mean, Cape Verde and Argentina, England, Mexico, these games are so dangerously close. It's even hard to pick a winner.
I hate saying this, especially in Seattle, because I know the Seattle Seahawks and the NFL team. But for me, I say it all the time. This is what's so special about the World Cup, is it's literally like a Super Bowl game every single day, because these teams are, you know, some of the top players in the world playing in the top clubs in the world. And then the stories of the World Cup. I feel like it's healing America in the best possible way. The amount of people, I'm Canadian, obviously, but the amount of people that have messaged me saying, oh my God, I love America. Americans are so nice. I'm like, guys, I've been trying to tell you this for 15 years that I've lived here. Like, it's the best place. Like, the hospitality is amazing. And then the product that we're getting on the pitches, I mean, with Cape Verde, I love that you mentioned that. It's, you know, a small African island where they've come in as a debutant team, population 550,000, and inspired not only their nation, but inspired the world, that you can be a 40-year-old goalkeeper in Bosnia and still have world-class performances. So I love the World Cup. I think the World Cup is, like, everyone's like, we need it every year. I'm like, no, but then you lose the speciality of the World Cup. But it's the best. And we're seeing so many underlying stories that's really not only inspiring, you know, men and women, but young boys and girls, which is what the World Cup's about.
Yeah, and crazy to think some of these stars' names, like, you know, pre-World Cup, a lot of us have never even heard of them. Norway's Erling Haaland, for example, who we enjoyed hosting in Dallas recently. But you said something in your coverage that I loved. You said, this is the guy you want to be best friends with off the field, but you do not want to face on the field. And I thought that is the perfect description of this dude.
And now it's the truth. I mean, you look at a lot of these players, and especially nowadays, they're all under microscopes because of social media. They can't put a foot wrong. And I understand that they're very privileged and they get paid a lot of money to do what a lot of people would dream of doing. But at the end of the day, they're humans. And you know, I love that he can humanize himself, that he goes on Snapchat after a game and it's like an ugly photo and he's like, oh, Messi's not giving us a chance. It makes him so likable. And, you know, what he's doing with Norway, it's no shock because he's done it with Man City for so many years and did it at Dortmund before that. But he's just such a likable human being. And, you know, the Norwegian fans that are traveling and they do the row at the end of the games, it's awesome. Again, it's what the World Cup's about. It's these fans that are coming together. We saw it with South Korea and Mexican fans, and you know, the Scottish fans shutting down Boston. So it truly is special.
We're enjoying every minute of it. Kaylyn Kyle, thank you so much. We'll let you get back to enjoying your vacation too.
See you later.
See you then.